Does Winston need a mask? No, he won't let me put one on anyway. He'll just run. Okay. Red for Iris because she's spicy. Oh, there's a hole in the ground right there. I wonder what is at the other end of the hole. Anyway, Maximus is my main riding horse. And my favorite color is green. So Maximus gets the green one. Green for my handsome man. He's such a good boy. Green for Maximus. Love you, bud. And then Phantom is Daniel's main riding horse. And Daniel's favorite color is blue. So Phantom Girl gets a blue one. Hi, baby. Let me do your mask for you. And Winston won't let me put one on even if I try. He'll just run away. But there's the babies. They can see just fine. They're just not bothered by flies like this. Good morning, friends. Good morning, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Actually, I want to see something else. Where's Luna? There she goes. Hey, friends. Why does Winston have that on his mouth? Oh, that's a good question. A lot of people are probably wondering what the donkey has on his mouth. It's called a grazing muzzle. And long story short, he wears this to save his life. He's a desert animal. So his body is designed to sustain itself on a very little intake. So when we got him last summer, or the summer before, and we had him just on 14 acres of lush pasture for a year, he gained way too much weight and the vet had to come treat him for an impaction. So when she came out to the farm and treated him, she educated us, and he needs to be, because of our property, it's too much food for him. So he has to be restricted on how much he can eat. It saved his life. This happened at the end of fall, and he's lost about 100 pounds since then, and he's evidently much healthier. Yeah, the target weight loss was between 100 and 150 pounds, and he's lost over 100 pounds, so he's doing excellent. And he doesn't wear that 24/7. I know a lot of people are probably wondering that as well. I don't think it would be fair to leave that on his face 24/7. So it does come off. Where are the other ones? Maybe they're in the barn. I wonder if they make grazing masks for people. You'd be surprised how many people, when I talk about Winston's grazing muzzle, how many people say that they need one for themselves. Hey friends, thanks for hanging out. We're in South Carolina. Roman's in the house. We'll go see him when I finish farm chores. I don't think it would be fair to expect him to keep up with me while I do farm chores when he still needs to build his strength back up. There they are. Okay. I was looking for these other two. I know that they're dirty, but they're gonna go on anyway. I got fly boots. I'm gonna put on everybody's front feet. because it's that time of year. Oh, we're talking about how long have we been here on this farm. On my memories this morning, 3 years ago today, I posted the video about us moving out of our old house to move here. It was my first viral video on TikTok. So, 3 years today. Anyway, I'm gonna put these boots on their front legs. If you're curious about these, you just put them on loosely and they move up and down and keep flies from bothering their feet. That way they're not stomping all day. See how she's stomping? If the flies aren't on their legs, then she won't be doing that. It's better for her hoof health. Yes, I am married. Yes. Thanks for joining us. Lift. Iris? No, your other foot. Lift this foot. Acting crazy. Acting crazy. Okay, there she goes. Okay, it was fine. She just had to move. She did that on purpose. She just wanted to give me a hard time because she's on camera. That's all. Don't worry, mamas. I got something for you too, girl. Hey, Maximus. I'm going to do your feetsies, okay? I'm going to do your feetsies. I'm going to do your feetsies. There's Maximus, happy man. Look at that baby. And then Phantom girl. Hey mamas, I gonna do your feet, okay? I gonna do your feet. There you go. Nice. Now everybody have their fly masks and booties on. They're gonna be happy. How's everyone doing, friends? I know you said you got this place 3 years ago. Did you have a farm at your last place? No, this is my first farm. I had horses before I moved here, but I paid rent to keep them at somebody else's barn. This is my first farm, so most of what I do here I learned in the last 3 years. I see some people asking what is happening here. These are, maybe I should have shown you before I put it on them, but it's like a screen door. If you're looking out of a screen door, or if you're on a screened-in porch looking out, they can see perfectly fine through that. It just protects their eyes from insects. In the spring and summer, or when it's really humid, the bugs really hover their eyes a lot and they spend the day shaking their head back and forth. So the mask prevents their eyes being bothered so they don't shake their head all day. so I made do. But typically they should have one on each leg. But it'd be like that sometimes. We did have enough for all of the legs, but I know you're well aware. I watch your videos all the time. And these babies are always losing their fly masks and boots. Then you have to go on a scavenger hunt around the property to find them. So we just make do with what we've got here. Hey, we've got a friend from Philadelphia. Welcome, friend. I'm originally from Pennsylvania as well. They can see through the mask. Here, let me show you. I'll show you. I should have done it in the first place. Instead of taking one of their masks off, I have an extra one up here. I'll just go grab it and put it over top of the camera so you all can see what it looks like to look through them. What part of Pennsylvania? I was born in Pittsburgh. The horses are well behaved. Thank you so much, friend. They get a little antsy over food sometimes. But I'm proud to say that's the worst of their problems, fighting over food. All right. So for everybody who's curious about the fly masks, here's an extra one that I have here. This is what the horses are wearing on their face. This is what it looks like for them. See, I have it wrapped firmly around the camera. They can see totally fine. So it protects their eyes from bugs all day long, but it's not stopping their vision. They make all kinds. They have super fancy ones. One of our friends sent these to them last year. All kinds. Let me get everybody a cookie. One of our friends sent these cookies. They're hoof health cookies. And they just smell like clay. They don't smell good at all, but the horses are obsessed with them. I don't know what it is about these cookies, but they love them. You need one for yourself? The dog wants one? Yes, she does. Luna, sit. Go, girl. Luna's my baby. Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us. I hope everyone's doing well. We're in South Carolina. It's such a gorgeous day today. I love springtime here. It's my favorite. You give me a kiss, I'll give it to you. Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you. Phantom doesn't do kisses. I'll just give her one because she's such a good girl. Hi, baby. It's for you. Maximus, I'll give you a cookie for a kiss. Can I have a kiss? Oh, that was a big kiss. Thank you, bud. Thank you so much. Hay net so low is dangerous. The higher up the hay net is, the more dangerous it is. It's actually the opposite of what you commented. The lower to the ground it is, the better. If you think about a horse's natural eating position, they graze all day from ground level. So that's how their body is designed to intake food. So it's actually better for them when the hay net is lower. Their eyes are covered to protect them from flies and other insects that are bothering them in the springtime. If I don't put this over their eyes, they'll just shake their heads all day long. And just think about what that'll do to your brain. So it just helps them stay unbothered throughout the day. Hello, friends. I hope you're having a glorious day. Yes, they can see through them just fine. I promise they can. It's like if you look out a screen door, or if you're standing on a screened-in porch looking out. They can see just fine, I promise. I'm actually going to go for a walk around the rest of the property since all the babies are squared away for the morning. We'll walk back around to the front, over where the goats are, and then I know a lot of people are curious about Roman as well. He's over in the house. So I will stop in so we can visit with him as well. It's our 2-week anniversary with Roman today. Has Winston lost a lot of weight? Yeah, he lost over 100 pounds. And that was the target, between 100 and 150 pounds. So we're super happy about it. Do I have a favorite part of the property? I sure do. We're actually going to walk right past it, so I'll show it to you when we get up there. But I walk around I walk a full circle around this property probably 10 or 15 times a day. Sometimes specifically just to go to this spot. Oh, I'll go back and get the egg basket. I'm going to come back with the truck this afternoon. So when I come back with the truck, I'll carry it out. Friends, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for spending time with us. You have more patience than me explaining things so many times. It took a minute for me to adjust to it, but I just had to remember that when I'm on live every day, it's not the same group of people watching me every time. We have a lot of new people every time. And it's fair for them to ask a question that I've already answered 100 times because they haven't heard the answer yet. I try my best to keep up, but I do miss some things in chat. Thank you for the flowers. I really appreciate you, friends. Does Roman go back to the vet in 2 weeks? Yes, he has a follow-up appointment on the 14th. I have to double check what time. I think it's in the morning. But he does have his follow-up appointment on the 14th. And in addition to his checkup, he's getting boosters on his vaccines. And I'm also going to have him retested for several things. Because he was covered in ticks. And there is a lagging period between when you get bitten and when you test positive for an infection. So I'm going to have him retested at the vet. But that is coming up very soon, on the 14th. Thank you for the heart, friend. I really appreciate it. You're very kind. Who's Roman? Roman's a rescue dog that showed up on my farm 2 weeks ago. And we're taking care of him now. Oh, you're asking if my horses can get out? No, they can't. That's as far as they can go right here. We did have my youngest mare, she figured out when we moved in that if she gets in the pond and swims around this gate, she can just get out over there and be free. So we put a fence post in over there, and we put wire across the pond so she can't swim in there. And it's worked perfectly for 3 years, so. Do you have sheep or cattle? No, I don't have sheep or cattle. We have goats. I have lots of birds, chickens and ducks. I have horses. I've got a donkey. I have dogs. We've got a pond that's well stocked. This is a muscadine vine, a very long one. Okay, one of my friends asked, what's my favorite part of the property? And this is it right here. I know I need to mow, so it could be more beautiful. However, I call this area the park. It doesn't really serve any purpose. It's just a tiny strip of land in between the pond and this huge muscadine vine. But I love to come sit up here. These are all blueberry bushes behind me, and they're all taller than me, and I'm 6 foot tall. And then this is a wall of azalea bushes. They typically are covered in beautiful flowers. So I love to just come up here and walk around or just sit. It makes me feel so peaceful. This is my favorite place to be on the property. Sometimes the horses will be grazing right there, so I can just sit here in front of all the bushes, listen to all the birds. The horses are just grazing. The dogs hang out. It's beautiful. That's the answer to the question. Not as beautiful as her, but still beautiful. And yes, these berries are edible. They're not ready yet, as you can see. These are blueberries, but they'll start turning color and swelling up very soon. Last year I had so many I didn't know what to do with them. I was eating them every single day. I picked a ton of them and put them in the freezer. But they're edible. They sure are. Last year when I would go live in the mornings, I would just sit here and talk and hang out with my friends and eat blueberries. I'll probably do it again this year too. They're just not ready yet. This is my favorite tree on the property too. I call it a Dr. Seuss tree. It looks like a giant fern. It does have a proper name. It's called a mimosa tree. But I call it a Dr. Seuss tree because it looks like this, but it blooms as well. It has flowers, and they're like yellow and pink, real spiky, weird looking things. It looks like something you'd see on Dr. Seuss. But this tree is probably 50 feet wide. And it gets so wide. Wait till you see when it comes to life. But it makes me so happy. Because it makes me happy. That makes it the best. Can the horses eat the berries? They don't have access to it over there. I don't think it would hurt them if they did. Such a glorious day today. You can share the blueberries this year with Daniel? Yeah. Last year I had them all to myself. This year I can share. Look at these wildflowers. They're so beautiful. I remind you of Sheldon. Very well. I do ride the horses, yeah. Max was out yesterday, our gelding. There's lots of frogs. There are frogs and turtles here. There's snakes, all kinds of fish. There's so much wildlife in this pond. There's a lot. It's okay, friend. I didn't take it negatively. I like Sheldon. I don't make a living on this farm. No, this is all hobby. We don't do this for money. We don't sell anything here. It's not like that. I'm retired. I was a firefighter in the Marine Corps. I'm retired now, and I am married. And my other half retires this year from the Air Force. So, come this year, we'll both be retired military. So farming is it's just a hobby. We do this because we love animals. Moves around a lot. But there he is. We'll see if he lays down somewhere. But this will be a good time for me to catch up with the chat. What's happening, friends? How is everyone? Does anybody have questions? Are you curious about something? What's going on? Roman does look so much better. Thank you so much. Oh, friends, thank you for being so kind. Who's Danielle? I don't know who Danielle is. Did I get him chipped? No, I didn't. I didn't get him chipped. Hi, baby. He will be. The thing is, he was in bad shape when I took him to the vet, and I didn't want to... He was already getting a bunch of shots and blood work and everything else, so I didn't want to unnecessarily poke him. You know what I mean? So we haven't done DNA testing or anything like that yet. But he will get chipped. We will do DNA testing eventually. We wanted to take it easy on him as much as we could. He'll never leave. I hope so. He was... Oh, I don't know if he was left, but I did just find him on my farm 2 weeks ago today. Oh, Gayla Daniels, thank you so much for subscribing, friend. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much. How old do they think he is? The vet said that he was just 1 year old, like barely one. She said he has adult teeth, but they're super fresh. So he must have just turned 1. We're going to use his gotcha day, April 15th, as his birthday in the future. So this next year on April 15th, we'll celebrate him turning 2. How do you subscribe? If you really want to, friend, there's a little button. It's a star with like a ring around it, and you can do it that way. You don't have to. We're not asking for anything here. The option is there, though, if you do want to. I know a lot of our friends like to show support that way. We really appreciate you hanging out. Why do the DNA testing? Oh, we're just curious what... A lot of people, one of the most commonly asked questions I've gotten over the last 2 weeks is, what type of dog is he? We know he's a hound, but we don't know what type specifically. So if we do DNA testing, we can find out exactly what breed he is. That's all, just so we know. Friend, thank you so much for the flowers. I really appreciate you. You're very kind. Roma got the best first birthday gifts when he found you. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. The left side of the page on the bottom. Oh, thank you, friend. My screen looks different than your screen, so I wouldn't even know where it is. I always enjoy your military stories. What was your favorite thing to do in Japan? Scuba dive. Before I got stranded at sea. My second favorite thing to do in Japan, zip lining. I zip lined over like hundreds of feet up in the air over a tropical rainforest several times, and it was lots of fun. Those were some of my favorite things to do. I lived in Japan for over 4 years. Oh, Carol, thank you so much for subscribing, friend. I really, really appreciate it. You're very kind. I did get stranded at sea, yeah. I know we have a lot of new people here and you haven't heard the story. I'll tell it in a minute. I know a lot of you are probably wondering. Stranded at sea. Do you have a problem with wildlife? Cougars, coyote, fox, poisonous snakes. We have lots of coyote. We do have fox. We do have venomous snakes. We have water moccasins. There are cottonmouth snakes here. Those are the same thing. Water moccasin and cottonmouth are the same thing. Copperheads we have here as well. However, we don't really have a problem with them, or we haven't yet. They're just on the property. Getting stranded at sea. So I went on a deep sea diving trip in the East China Sea. So we got on a boat, and the boat took us out like miles and miles into the sea, where every direction you look, you can't see land. It's just water. And you couldn't tell the difference between the sky and the water either, because it was the same color blue. So apart from the boat and looking at ourselves or each other, everything was the same color of blue. And when we went underwater to dive, we realized the current was way too strong and it wasn't safe to dive there. So we went back to the surface so we could get back in the boat and tell the captain, hey, we don't think it's a good idea to dive here. The current's too strong and it's not safe. And when we got to the surface to do that, we realized everybody else had the same idea. They all came back up and told the captain, we need to go somewhere else because it's not safe here. The problem is they didn't do a head count. They left without us. So all the other divers got back on the boat and the boat left. So when we surfaced and we're looking around, it was just blue in every direction. There was no land, there was no boat, nothing but water. And it felt like we were out there for a week. It was only like an hour or two, but it felt like a week or two. It was horrible. Yes, there were 3 of us out there. It was really bad. We got picked up. A boat took us back to the marina where we got on. And when we went in to complain about it, the manager from the place that took us on the diving trip was like, let me make it up to you. We'd love to take you back out there for free. You just left me stranded in the ocean and you think I'm going to get back on your boat? Crazy. Anyway, that's the stranded at sea story. Here's Roman. There's Roman. I haven't touched the ocean since that day. And I had several diving certifications. It used to be one of my biggest hobbies. We used to go diving all the time. Roman is filling out nicely. His next weigh-in is tomorrow. I'm going to try and film it in the morning before the farrier comes to work on the horse's feet. But I'm anxious to see how much he's gained. You can dive freshwater. Oh, yes, I have all sorts of diving certifications. I have rescue diver, night diver. I can dive with nitrox instead of the regular oxygen tank. Advanced dive, boat dives. I got lots of certifications when I lived in Asia. It was very cheap to do it there. In the States, all the certifications I got for diving in the States would have cost me thousands of dollars. But doing it in Asia on an island, it cost me just hundreds. What time is the farrier coming? I have to double check, but I think he's coming like 8 or 9 tomorrow. He's going to be here early. He's getting... Oh, thank you, friend. Have I seen the diving place in Dubai? No, I haven't. I have not. Roman! I say his name to him 1,000 times a day, but he's not getting it yet. Roman! Come here, baby. Come here. There's your good boy. Crystal clear, and the water is like a beautiful blue-green color. So if you're asking, like, what's the ideal diving place? Guam. Roman. Hi, baby. Hello. Hello. You're from Guam? I love that for you. I love that for you. I loved it so much there. It was so beautiful. So, so beautiful. If somebody were to ask me about, like, the ideal, like, tropical paradise, I immediately think about the place that I went diving in Guam. Where's my wife? I don't have a wife. Is he always standing right next to me? Yes. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He had his first moment with Luna yesterday. If you've been following, you know that Luna has been extremely patient with him. She understands that he needs care and love, so she doesn't get jealous that I'm spoiling him with those things. And yesterday, Luna was laying up against me, and Roman climbed up on the couch and literally tried to squeeze in between us, like pushing in between us. And Luna turned around and just started growling at him. And he looked at me and then kept going. And I was like, this might not be a good idea for you, bud. And when I said that, Luna turned around. She didn't, like, harm him or anything, but she turned around and just snarled one time. And he jumped off of the couch so fast. And I was like, Luna, you have to be nice. But she was just letting him know, like, I'm letting him love on you, but don't forget, this is my daddy. So she let him know. But for the past 2 weeks, I have just been showering him with love and affection, and she hasn't. That was the first time that she gave him any kind of indication that he was impeding on her space. Luna is amazing. I love her so much. I didn't catch it on camera. I wouldn't have posted it on TikTok anyway, because there's so much negativity out there and too many people take things the wrong way. But Luna definitely, yesterday started making sure that he knows she's the boss. If you know how dogs show dominance, Luna was doing that to Roman yesterday. How much does he weigh? His next weigh-in is tomorrow. So I'm going to post it early in the morning tomorrow. I'm very excited. Oh, I wasn't stationed in Guam, but we went to Tinian. And then we'd take vacation there. Well, did not currently take. We did take vacation there. He's a Great Dane? Who's a Great Dane? I have the attention span of a squirrel. You have to let me know what's happening. What are we talking about? 52.6 at the last weigh-in. Yes. And then he gets another weigh-in tomorrow. I'm very excited about it. What's the sign by your TV? Are you asking about this thing right here? One of my friends made this for me. It's a birthday calendar. So it says all of the Liberty Acres farm animals. There are 12 rows. Each row is a different month. And then the hearts below it say what animal it is and what date their birthday is. And one of my friends made that for me last year. So it has all of my animals, all of their names and birthdays on it. Roman is coming out of his shell. It makes me so happy. What's my tattoo? I have several. They don't all mean anything. They all mean something to me, but they're not all like something that you might recognize. Thank you for being so positive, friends. I really appreciate the support. Wait a minute, I just noticed that Roman walked away. Oh, he's just laying in the hallway. I don't know why he's laying out there. You love tattoos? I want a new one. I have, all my tattoos are on my left side. I saved my right side. I want to get a giant Naruto sleeve. I think it'll be so cool. Do I miss being in the Marine Corps? I'll say this. Being in the Marine Corps was the best and worst time of my life. Oh, Tina, thank you so much for subscribing, friend. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you like all the emotes. They're all pictures of my animals. Thanks for sharing. Enjoy your day. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for being positive. I hope you enjoy your day as well. Thank you so much, friend. Hey, Roman. You want to say hi to friends? You say hi to friends? Are they calling back retirees? I don't know. My phone ain't ringing. Aren't you happy that you retired? Yes. Will you be asking the vet about adjusting his diet? No, I developed a comprehensive diet meal plan for him at his initial vet visit 2 weeks ago. And the plan included his entire treatment, not just like the first couple of days or whatever. He's doing great. He's on a very disciplined diet. He's taking various medications and lots of protein and different nutrients. But the vet is happy with his meal plan, and it's going wonderful. Good morning, I'm happy I retired. I know you are, friend. What's your dog's name? This one here is called Roman. That one over there is called Luna May. And that one over there is called Bruce Wayne. Those are my dogs. You had a smaller Roman named Power? I love that. Roman looks like he's sleeping standing up. He do look like he's sleeping standing up. You want to lay down on a bed? Our friend sent you a nice bed. You want to lay down on there? Why you look so sad? This morning before I went live, he was running around playing. I don't know why he looks so sad all of a sudden. Question. Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Thank you for the heart, friend. Do you think he was living by himself out there or part of a pack? By himself. And I say this because our friends who've been here for a while, They know that we have a problem with wild dogs here. There are maybe 12 to 15, a pack of 12 to 15 wild dogs that roam this area here. And we've had a problem with them for a couple of years. And I'm confident that he was not part of that pack because he was so skinny and he had ticks all over him and he was filthy and bloody. And those other dogs, every time I see them, they're fed. You can't see any of their bones on any of them. And none of them are filthy and covered in blood. You know what I mean? He was by himself for sure. And I went back. I've caught a lot of footage of the pack of dogs here as well. And I went back and looked at all my videos. And none of the dogs in any of my videos of the pack of dogs looked like him. But I guess that brings me to another comment that I'm seeing a lot of, which it's totally understandable. I totally understand why people are making this comment. But on the original video I posted whenever I found him first, a lot of people are upset that before I knew his condition, I let Luna outside. I just let my Doberman out. People are asking me, like, you just let your dog out to go, what, attack him or just go shred him or what? I get it. I know how it looks like that. But there's a few things to take into consideration here. First, we have a problem with wild dogs here. There's a pack of 12 to 15 wild dogs that surround my property. And I have baby goats. I have baby chickens. There's ducks over there. You know what I mean? I have lots of farm animals here that need to be protected. Second, Luna is intimidating, but not necessarily hurtful. Anytime Luna's had an interaction with like coyotes or wild, his own face as a kickstand to hold his head up. You see how he did that? He is such a good boy. He's a good boy who's annoyed by my camera. Every time I get closer to him with it, he turns away. He's like, Dad, please. He looks like he's in a trance. What happened to him? I'm not sure exactly what happened to him. I just know that he was in bad shape when I found him, and we're doing our best to make his life better. How's housebreaking going? It's not going well. It's just going to take time. But I'm pretty sure it's just because he had such a hard life when he was outside for so long by himself. I feel like when we take him outside, he's nervous that he might not ever come back inside. I think it's almost like a PTSD thing because he's a whole different dog when we go outside. He completely transforms. Give a kiss. Thank you, baby. So I think he gets nervous when we go outside that maybe he not be coming back in. So when we do take him outside, we'll be out there for an hour or two and he'll just stand there or just walk around and then stand there. He won't go to the bathroom. But when we come inside, he'll immediately go to the bathroom. On the bright side, I'm so thankful that all by himself, he has chosen to start relieving himself we have a stand-up shower in the laundry room, and he goes in the shower to go to the bathroom. He pees in there and he poops in there, which sucks for us, but it's easy cleanup. And I'm so thankful that if he's going to make a mess in my house, at least he's doing it in the shower. Hi, baby. You're perfect, you know. I love you. Mwah. This is my princess. She's 6. When they say that Doberman are Velcro dogs, they mean Velcro dogs. Luna's literally attached to me like Velcro. And if I walk away from her, or like even if I go in the bathroom and shut the door behind me, she has a meltdown. She will take that door down to get to me on the other side. That's her. Anyway, friends, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for all the positivity. Does anybody have anything else they want to ask or talk about before I go for the day? My little dog? Oh, he's totally fine. He loves being social, but he's laying on this chair right now under a blanket. You said you have a miniature pinscher. Where is it? He's right here. This is Bruce Wayne. Hey, Broogie. You perfect? He's a handsome man. He's 11 years old. He was born in Japan. We got him whenever we lived in Okinawa. Oh, it's okay, bud. He's an old man. He got the old man coughs, but he's okay. He's okay. God bless you, bud. God bless you. God bless you. You're my baby, huh? You're just my baby. Him's a good boy. This is a miniature pinscher. He's 11 years old. And I know what's wrong with him. Ain't got no gas in him. Handsome man. All right. I think that's going to do it for me today, friends. I have chores to do. Chores to do. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really, really appreciate it. You've been so kind. I hope you all have a blessed day as well. I almost answered the question. You almost got me, but we have a lot of new friends here that don't know about it, so they wouldn't get the reference and they might think I was being mean. But I see the question in chat. I see you all in there trying to get me. Who's the anime character on your hat? His name is Gaara. He's a character from Naruto. Have a glorious day, friends. I really appreciate you hanging out. I'll be back on Wednesday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, I go live at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And a reminder, the farrier will be here to do the horse's feet tomorrow morning. So if you're curious how that's going, I'll post an update on Discord. I hope you have a magical day. Thank you, friend. Have a great day on purpose. You have a great day on purpose, friend. I will. I sure will. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a glorious day. I know, I can't wait for the weigh-in either. I'll do it early tomorrow. I'll try to get it done before the farrier comes. Bye, friends. Have a glorious day. Oh, how do you find us on Discord? If you just search Mark on the Ranch, you can message me and I'll invite you to our server. But the easiest way that I've heard so far, I don't have a Facebook page, but the mod team here, they run a Facebook page for our community, Liberty Acres page on Facebook. And they said they posted a link. It's like pinned at the top, or it's like on the top of the profile somewhere. A working link, like an invitation to join our Discord server. Hope that helps. If not, We can talk about it again on Wednesday whenever we come back on the live, and some of our friends can help you get in there if you can't get in. But that's it for me today. Thank you so much for joining, friends. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being positive. Thanks for all the support for Roman. We appreciate y'all. Bye for now.